Hello and welcome.
You're probably coming here as a seeker. That's what we were for so long, trying to find a path that worked for us, that made sense.
Yeah, well, I feel like we learned a lot along the way, but it's like Baskin Robbins when I was a kid. There's so many flavors of ice cream. There's so many flavors of religion and spirituality and rationalism and all these different options, and we explored a lot of them. But we just kept coming back to wanting to find something that, for us, would combine the rational kind of, like, we really are interested in science, but with the mystical, because there are kind of deeper things that I think you can't just put into little blocks and things like that. And we were also looking for something that didn't feel super rule bound, where you have to do this or you have to, walk 3 times around, whatever. That just didn't work personally for us. And we also wanted something that really sort of incorporated our foundational beliefs, some of the things that were really important to us, like unconditional love and connecting with other people, connecting with the divine, really kind of improving, loving who you are, and self-improvement, self-growth. And then kind of this question of why are we here? And not even necessarily to answer that, but to find a personal answer where we could then find value and meaning within the life that we were given.
We explored all kinds of stuff. Like you said, we were interested in science. We explored Zen and Taoism. We explored Christianity, Hinduism, all these paths that offer different things, different flavors. And all along the way, looking for something that just felt right deep down inside. We knew it had to be mystical because it was the mystical paths that were strongest for us. And what we mean by mystical is not mystical in the kind of woozy sense, but mystical in that pure sense of not something that we had to believe in, but something that we could experience or feel.
The fact is, we all have a relationship with the universe, and we all put a face on the universe. And that can be anything that we choose. It can be scientific and rational, it can be mystical and spiritual, but we're going to have a perception of what the universe is, what our place is, and what we think about everything within it. And that's why it's so important, the face that we put on this universe.
You can think of it like interacting with a human being. If you go up to somebody, if I think of Rebecca as a really mean person, and then I interact with her, I'm going to interpret her so much differently than if I think of her as a kind and loving person. And so in a lot of ways, how we think of another person determines our experience of them, our reality of them. And it's no different with the universe. That face we put on is a relationship. And the more we use that image for interaction as an interface, the more that becomes our reality, our experience of what the universe is.
All of that brings us to the face of Divine Mother. What is this face that we're interacting with, that we're choosing?
It's like this. If we give the universe a face of this idea of the Divine Mother, somebody who is unconditionally loving, someone who is playful and can be a companion in our life. And that's the relationship we're going to start to experience with the world. It's very different than a lot of the other faces we could put on the world. A random chance face, and our world will really behave sort of randomly. A God who sometimes loves you and sometimes smites you, and your life will sort of behave in that way. The path of Divine Mother suggests that Divine Mother is playing this beautiful game where she is becoming you and me and the trees and the clouds and our thoughts and everything that exists in this universe. And within that game, she is hiding from herself so that I feel like I'm Kenton, but in truth, I'm Divine Mother hiding in this form of Kenton. The beauty of this face is that it sets us on a quest for deeper connection. Divine Mother being unconditionally loving, being a playful life companion, we put a face onto the universe that feels good and warm and open. It gets us curious and explorative about engaging with the world instead of feeling like fearful that any misstep is going to cause us some great calamity like going to hell. When we utilize this face, at first it is a belief. We're choosing to believe in something that in a way is human created, in the same way that I have an image of Rebecca that is human created in my mind. But over time, when we start being playful with that belief, then Rebecca starts to behave differently to me, and my belief interacts with her and becomes a new reality. And this is exactly what happens with the universe. When we put this face of Divine Mother, we create this connection, something we can really relate to. And as we engage in that, the universe and ourselves start to change a little bit because we're part of the universe. We're not separate from it. And in our change, the universe changes. And in that connection, in that change, something new starts to blossom.
So that's why we've created this space. We wanted to make some place that anybody who's seeking, anybody who's longing for this deeper connection can come with us, and we can explore together. We can support each other. We can share ideas and experiences that we have, and we can be inspired, and we can feel as though we felt often alone. I mean, we have each other, but to feel connected to other beings that are on this same sort of journey of shaping the face of their whole life, it's just really exciting. And so we wanted to give everyone who's looking for that a place to come and be welcomed.
So if you're looking for a path that's a little meta, that steps outside the boundaries of dogma and seeks to explore the world in a very intimate, personal way and see what's there waiting for us, then we invite you to come and check things out here. We have a blog with inspirations. We have weekly messages that we're going to do on our YouTube channel, and we welcome you to write us and connect in that way as well.
We also have a forum that we've started, so we would love to get everybody to be able to talk to each other about all sorts of these different wonderful, I think of them as explorations.
To us, this is a spiritual adventure. It takes elements of Hinduism and Zen and nature, wraps them all together into this delicious exploration. And for us, it's been really fun and really joyful.
Yeah.
We'd love to share it with you.
Thank you so much.